Welcome back to the Ticket Setup Series. In today's session, we're going to focus in on the knowledge area of the service catalog. And we're specifically going to start to create knowledge articles and be able to bring those to the different experiences that Tikit has, from Teams to web to email. In today's session specifically, we're going to first create a knowledge article from scratch. And then in subsequent sessions, we'll actually surface those in the different experiences and interact with them. So I'm logged in as a Tikit admin, and I've traveled over to the service catalog area. And you'll see here that I have the option to add a catalog item. A catalog item can either be a knowledge article or a template/form. We'll go over templates and forms in the next section of the service catalog area. But in this section, we'll go ahead and create a knowledge article. So to do that, I will create a new catalog item. And when I'm prompted to create a new catalog item, there's a few consistent things I have to provide to be able to create a knowledge article. And I'll go through those top to bottom. So the first thing that I'm going to be asked for are the phrases. Now these phrases are the phrases that we're going to interpret when someone asks a question in Tikit Virtual Agent to bring back an appropriate response. So some common examples might be, what is the Wi-Fi password? Or my computer is running slow, or I need Adobe Photoshop. These phrases are the language model interpretation so that Tikit AI can understand the intention of the request and bring back the appropriate knowledge article or bring back the appropriate template/form. So as an example, let's say that you wanted to provide, and this is a very basic example, let's say that you wanted to provide a knowledge article back to an end user. Whenever they asked a question or said, my computer is running slow, you wanted to tell them, please try to reboot your computer. So in these phrases section, I'm going to start putting down keywords or phrases that would capture that request. So maybe an end user might ask it this way, my computer is running slow. Maybe they would say, my operating system is running slow. Maybe they say my browser is running slow. Things of that nature. Again, what is the typical type of question being asked to provide a response back inside of Tikit Virtual Agent? Now, once you have the phrases defined, the next part of this is the status. So there's three statuses. There's draft, in review, and active. Draft and in review are visual cues to you, so you know where they're at. So maybe you're currently drafting a catalog item, or maybe you have one in review and your peers are reviewing it. But those two statuses do not make it active, so they're not available to end users and agents. The moment you set it to active, that's when it's available to end users and agents. So for this particular example, I'll set it to active. Now, the next option is whether I want to make this agent only or not. You may want to create knowledge articles that are only for your agents. And by selecting agent only, if I were to go to Tikit Virtual Agent in Teams or the end user portal and I were to ask, my computer is running slow, if I was not an agent, if I was just a regular end user, I would not get this article back. That's one way this affects the experience. The second way is this knowledge article also is visible only to agents inside of the service catalog within the agent portal, which is web.tikit.ai. I'm going to leave this one for everyone, but that's what it does. Basically partitions the data between end users and agents. Enable request offering, I'm actually going to leave for a subsequent section, but just really quickly what this does is it allows for you to promote this catalog item into the service catalog. Sorry, into the visual service catalog in the end user portal. So if you were to go to web.tikit.ai/requests, it will start to build out a visual service catalog around these request offerings. Again, I'll go more in depth in that in a subsequent video, but I wanted to highlight what that does just for conversation here. And then using templates changes this catalog item from a knowledge article to a template. Now, again, I'll go over this in the next section of the catalog, service catalog area, but this will show me all my templates I have available to me. I'm creating a knowledge article here, so I'm going to leave this as is. Now, once I've gone through the settings that I want set for the actual catalog item, this is where I can actually create the knowledge article. Now, again, this is a very simple example, but we'll say whenever someone asks this question, I'll bring back this knowledge article. We want to tell them to just try to reboot your computer. So we'll say, please try to reboot your computer. Now, you have a WYSIWYG here that lets you put some style on here, add links, add images, things of that nature. I'm going to keep this very simple and just create a simple knowledge article. Once I'm happy with this, I'll go ahead and click Save here. And the moment I do, we're going to train the service catalog. And that article, because it's active, is now available inside of Tikit Virtual Agent, also inside of the end user portal. So if someone were to ask a question, which my computer is running slow or something very similar to that, they would bring back that response that you're seeing here. Please try to reboot your computer. Now, I'm going to refrain from showing you that experience because I'm going to wait till the end where we actually start interacting with these knowledge articles. And we're going to stop this part of the section of this knowledge article area here. And in the subsequent parts of this section, we're going to go ahead and set up surfacing these knowledge articles in different parts of the product, like Tikit Virtual Agent, the help menu, inside of the end user portal and email, and then we'll actually interact with all these experiences. Really hope you enjoyed the session, and looking forward to seeing you on the next one.